Hey guys, it's Tara. Welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing another book haul. I am going to show you. These are the books we're going to be hauling today. It's not a massive stack this time for once. So we'll just hop right in. We'll start off with A Deal with the Elf King by Elise Kova. And I'll read you guys the back. So the elves come for two things, war and wives. In both cases, they come for death. 3,000 years ago, humans were hunted by powerful races with wild magic until the treaty was formed. Now, for centuries, the elves have taken a young woman from Luella's village to be their human queen. To be chosen is seen as a mark of death by the townsfolk. A mark 19-year-old Luella is grateful to have escaped as a girl. Instead, she's dedicated her life to studying herbology and becoming the town's only healer. That is, until the Elf King unexpectedly arrives for her. Everything Luella had thought she'd known about her life and herself was a lie. Taken to a land filled with wild magic, Luella is forced to be the new queen to a cold yet blisteringly handsome Elf King. Once there, she learns about a dying world that only she can save. The magical land of Midscape pulls on one corner of her heart. Her home and people tug on another. But what will truly break her is a passion that she never wanted. So this is the cover. It sounds really good. I've heard a lot about it. It's been all over my social media, so I'm really super excited to read it. It's pretty small. There's a lot of like detailing on the chapter pages and stuff that's really pretty. And it's got one of those really like the velvet matte covers. I love how those feel. All right. Next, really excited to finally have this one. I got this as a present for Mother's Day, actually. So, The Invisible Life of Addie Larue by V.E. Schwab. Ooh, here, I'll show you the cover. It's very pretty. And it's got, let's see. So, okay. Never pray to the gods that answer after dark. France, 1714. In a moment of desperation, a young woman named Adeline meets a dangerous stranger and makes a terrible mistake. As she realizes the limitations of her Faustian bargain, being able to live forever without being able to be remembered by anyone she sees, Addie chooses to flee her small village as everything she once held dear is torn away. But there are still dreams to be had and a life to live, and she is determined to find excitement and satisfaction in the wide beckoning world, even if she is doomed to be alone forever. Or not quite alone, as every year on her birthday, the alluring Luke comes to visit, checking to see if she's ready to give up her soul. Their dark, thrilling game stretches through the ages, seeing Addie witness history and fight to regain herself as she crosses oceans and tries on various lives. It will be 300 years before she stumbles into a hidden bookstore and discovers someone who can remember her name, and suddenly everything changes again. I've heard so much about this book. Everybody I know that's read this book loved it and gave it 5 stars and said it was one of their favorite reads of the year. So I'm really excited about it. It definitely seems like it's like light fantasy. Like it's mostly set in the real like modern and historical world, like more of a historical fiction with some magical realism. But yeah, I'm super excited about it. I actually haven't read anything by V.E. Schwab yet. I've had Darker Shade of Magic on my list for a long time. So I'm excited to try her out and see how I like it. Next is The Bridge Kingdom by Danielle Jensen. Show you guys. It's another really beautiful velvet matte cover. Okay, let's see. What if you fell in love with the one person you were sworn to destroy? Laura has only one thought for her husband on their wedding day. I will bring your kingdom to its knees. A princess trained from childhood to be a lethal spy, Laura knows that the Bridge Kingdom represents both legendary evil and legendary promise. The only route through a storm-ravaged world, the Bridge Kingdom controls all trade and travel between lands, allowing its ruler to enrich himself and deprive his enemies, including Laura's homeland. So when she's sent as a bride under the guise of fulfilling a treaty of peace, Laura is prepared to do whatever it takes to fracture the defenses of the impenetrable Bridge Kingdom. But as she infiltrates her new home, a lush paradise surrounded by tempest seas, and continues to know her new husband, Aaron, Laura begins to question where the true evil resides. Around her, she sees a kingdom fighting for survival, and in Aaron, a man fiercely protective of his people. As her mission drives her deeper to understanding of the fight to possess the bridge, Laura finds the simmering attraction between her and Aaron impossible to ignore. Her goal nearly within reach, Laura will have to decide her own fate. Will she be the destroyer of a king or the savior of her people? This is one of those ones that, like, normally, just based on the description, I don't know. Sometimes the whole, like, politics of the kingdom thing gets kind of old for me, but I've heard really good stuff about this, and a lot of people talk about it and say it's really good, so I am hopeful that I will like it. It's pretty small, but like I said, I've heard really good things, so we'll see. All right, next, I've been waiting to get this book for a really long time. It has been, like, out of stock and all sorts of stuff for a while now, and it's just all over everything. Like, people talk about this book constantly. So it's Larue by Alexander Bracken. Beautiful cover. I love the Medusa head. Oh, here, I'll show you the, I wonder, let's see. Nothing on the front, just the gold embossed side. All right. So every 7 years, the Aegon begins. As punishment for a past rebellion, 9 Greek gods are forced to walk the earth as mortals. They are hunted by the descendants of ancient bloodlines, all eager to kill a god and seize their divine power and immortality. Long ago, Lord Perseus fled that brutal world, turning her back on the hunt's promises of eternal glory after her family was murdered by a rival line. For years, she's pushed away any thought of revenge against the man, now a god, responsible for their deaths. Yet as the next hunt dawns over New York City, 2 participants seek her out. Castor, a childhood friend Lord believed to be dead, and Athena, one of the last of the original gods, now gravely wounded. The goddess offers Lore an alliance against their mutual enemy and a way to leave the Aegon behind forever. But Lore's decision to rejoin the hunt, binding her fate to Athena's, will come at a deadly cost, and it may not be enough to stop the rise of a new god with the power to bring humanity to its knees. Sounds really interesting. I love Greek mythology. I love anything with Greek gods and mythos. So it's definitely right up my alley. I just really love that cover so much. I mean, how gorgeous. How gorgeous. Whew. I have seen a lot of mixed reviews on this though. Like, there's some people who really like it and some people that said that that they really struggled with it. So I'm kind of nervous about that, but the premise sounds like something that I would absolutely love. So I'm gonna give it a try and I will let you guys know how it goes. All right, guys, that's the end of this book haul today. If you guys are still here, thank you for watching. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button and the notification bell so you can get notified when I upload new videos. I upload on Mondays, and yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.